What's good, guys? Today I'm gonna show you how I created and designed this streetwear design here, since today is day 14 of creating one streetwear design per day for 30 days. Yesterday we created a streetwear design with the word sports, more specifically basketball with Michael Jordan. Today we are going to do a similar thing, since we are extracting a random word that will help us create the design. The word of today is draw, so I'm gonna draw a design. Let's go. When I was thinking what to do with the word drawn, I of course thought of actually drawing the graphic for today. Since graphic design, it's not all about Photoshop, but it's even about actually designing by hand the graphic that I will be doing. But in general, this is the main concept of graphic design, so it's not just designing in Photoshop, it's actually even more. And I think that in YouTube, a lot of graphic design tends to be misunderstood. It's not only about Photoshop, it's even about like designing by hand things. Oh, by the way, what I don't show is that in this series here, before actually designing in Photoshop, I'm creating some sketches on paper. And so for this graphic here, I'm just selecting the sketches that I did for this design, which will be all about Global Mind Studios, so my brand and my, let's say, design that I do. So if you remember, I already did a design with the Global Mind Studios man, which is like a mascot for this channel here, which is basically a character which has as the main face the globe of the earth with a normal body. I did it maybe in day 5 or something like that. There's a photo anyway. So I wanted to do a similar thing, but in a CPFM collaboration type of design. CPFM is a really nice and cool brand that collabs with many artists and just designs a lot of cool pieces which are based on actually designing by and writing some text in really curly ways, and including even some drawn illustrations of elements such as maybe the globe in this case, or yeah. So I wanted to do a similar thing. So for the actual globe, I used the main colors of the globe: blue for the water and green for the land. In this globe here, I decided to portray North America and a little bit of South America and the ocean, with also a little bit of Europe. I think I did a good job, and colored the main eyes and mouth and also the body with white, make it a little bit clean and really nice. Afterwards, I wanted to add a little spice and a little, let's say, topic for this graphic here, which is I love Global Mind Studios in the I love New York City type of t-shirt design. So I will be doing a similar thing, but instead of actually designing a similar thing on a t-shirt, I wanted to portray it on a t-shirt for this character here that I'm designing. I think that for this design here, I did a pretty good job in Photoshop, since I did it with the mouse, not with a graphic design keyboard. I just designed it with the mouse, and so I think I did a pretty good job. I wanted to include other 2/3 elements for this design. The second one was a sunflower with, again, the globe instead of the inner part, since I sketched it and I really liked how it came out, so I wanted to replicate it in this graphic here. I'm gonna do a similar thing, so I'm just gonna copy with my mouse, which is a really hard job, the outline of the design of the image, and it's a little bit difficult to do it with the mouse rather than the graphic keyboard. Here I'm just coloring all the sunflower with the outer part. I'm gonna use the key color for the sunflower, which is yellowish orange color, and inside I will color it with the same colors of the earth, so blue and green. I think that for this sunflower design part, I was really creative, since it wasn't something that pops up to your mind when you think of actually designing something with a globe, and at the same time I didn't want to create the usual designs which include just the globe icons in a vector format. I wanted to spice things up and create my own version, since there are a lot of versions online that I could just grab and use them, but I just wanted to make it my own version. For this part here, I decided to just randomly put some continents in green. I didn't actually select the continent. And here I wanted to add even like a little bit of a shadow, but for this graphic here, I think that without a shadow is better. As you can see, with this more darkish color, it's okay, but I prefer just plain color to make it more vector. Here I wanted to add even a stem for this graphic, but I decided decided that it looked best like this. So I just went, put it near the other graphic that I created before, and just copied down the third element which I drew on paper, which is some fire. And the thing is that on paper I just sketched really quickly a fire, but then on Photoshop I actually designed the globe inside the fire to represent even the global warming. In a way, you can just interpret the graphic as you want. It's not climate change related, it's just I like it, so yeah, I'm gonna put it, mainly because of the colors I will involve. I designed in the first place this fire here on paper just to spice things up a little and just to brainstorm something for my clothing brand. In fact, I didn't add the globe inside it, but then I thought, well, I created a sunflower with inside a globe. I created a man which has as the main face a globe, and so why not put a globe inside the fire? I did the first layer part with a dark red color. I could have used an orange reddish color, but I decided to put it later with a type of gradient to merge the globe in a really nice way. As you can see, I put the orange on the outline, on the main outline of the earth, and then inside I added the actual earth with the two main colors again. So but for this case here I decided to go with the South American rather than focusing on the northern part, just the southern part. And here I have it. It's a little bit vague, I didn't just specify too much, but I think it's fine. Now I'm just sketching a bit the outline of the fire, since it doesn't have clear outlines. I think that these sketches here play an important role into making this design more unique, since I think that they actually add a really colorful vibe. And of course then I will decide to put them in a very big part of the design rather than small, since I want to promote the creation of these designs made by hand rather than just designs made on the computer and on the PC. Now it's time to turn these graphics here into a streetwear design. Here, as you can see, I created off camera this text here because I forgot to record the screen, sorry for that, but I just used some curve features to create this type of font and texture, which is really similar to the CPFM design type of design. So then I decided to place text around, and I also created off camera this heart here that will be my fourth element for this design. This design is mainly drawn themed, so it's okay, and even if the actual earth guy, it's not that precise and not that accurate in terms of the actual face, which is on the left side is more wide than the right side. I think it's okay because it's a drawing, and it's pretty fine like this. So I decided to just mess things around and create the mock-up for the first design, which will be made on a white t-shirt, and then I will make it even on a brown hoodie with a zipper, just to spice things up and create a really nice and new design in a new canvas that we never seen in this challenge here. This design here is really similar to, again, the CPFM type of design, because I wanted to make it special and similar in a way, and the style I really liked the CPFM design. Here I wanted to create even a tag which described that this design was handmade. This other design here that you're seeing in white, I created it even on paper, but I don't like it. It's like Global My Studios in a college design font, but I didn't like it, so I just put my signature there and just deleted it and put in this awesome font, Global Mind Drawing, something like that. So what I was saying is that this design is all about the fact that I love GMS, and so there's the main character, which is Global My Studios, with some hearts and some things, so I really like it. Now it's time to just create the mock-up for the hoodie, which will be in brown, and which, by the way, I love it. I think I will replace the black text with the white text, maybe, since I'm not sure about it. Here I added some texture on all the drawings to make it as if it was real, and I also add I love GMS on the sleeve, just because I didn't want to put it on the back side. You'll see now what I mean. And I think that for this design it will be a little bit difficult to print over the zipper part, but if I really make it, I think it will be a really nice hoodie. Also, I think the parts, the design on the pockets, it's a little bit difficult to print it. So I added the texture just to make sure as if this was the actual patch that, or print in general. So then I decided to put even the other patch on the side, which just describes that it's a drawing which is handmade. Then I wanted to add these rocks for the earth, but I don't like them and it seems like something else. Here's the final result with the 3 criterions. This is the best design did so far according to these scores here. So let me know if you agree with the score, and if you like this design. See you tomorrow with a new video. Bye bye.